And once we felt that Blacksmith was really just the new addition to the Mission Belt family, and we were able to really put our trust and our confidence in them, it was a perfect opportunity for us to really focus on what we're good at. Before, we were spread so thin, and then Blacksmith stepped in, started helping us out with everything all the way from the beginning, from the sourcing all the way to literally putting it, in the container before it gets shipped out. Helping us with that whole process, which is what Blacksmith is good at, allowed us to really focus on what we were good at, and that's really just getting quality product, quality belts into people's hands who don't want to get caught with their pants down. The way Mission Belt started was there were two brothers and a childhood friend who really wanted to start a new company that not only was kind of a refresher on an accessory that really hadn't been touched in a long time, but really was partnered with a social mission and something that could give back. One of our executives who had some experience working overseas, he was the one that really kind of spearheaded that whole operation, and even then it was a lot on his plate. It was trying to figure out how long things would take on the water, how long things would take by air. The other big issue was it's not like we could just pack up, go check out things, how they were doing at these factories and follow up on things, make sure the quality was up to par. So there were definitely some, as I mentioned, those growing pains that we had, trying to figure everything out. The person that we had spearheading all of the operations overseas and the manufacturing he was moonlighting. The founders had the idea of going on Shark Tank. It was a really big thing for us up until that point. It was still a smaller operation. Little did we know that we would actually have such a successful pitch and really such a strong impact on the viewers of Shark Tank, to where those 18,000 units were sold out pretty much immediately, and we ended up having to go on back order for a lot of those. And that was really our first big problem, but like a good problem nonetheless, but a problem that we had to kind of work through with supply chain and really communicating with customers, letting them know, hey, we're gonna get you your belts. It's a little bit delayed, but we have to work through it with the manufacturers and see how quickly we could get those belts over here. So we were definitely spread thin. It's a startup, a lean startup, so we wear a lot of hats. So really the big thing for us was trying to figure out the best way to kind of outsource what we were good at, but maybe not stellar, and focus on what we were definitely good at. That's when Blacksmith came into the picture. We were able to sit down and chat a little bit more about what they did and look for an opportunity to partner up. What we did was look what they could do to help us out, and really the conclusion we came to is pretty much hand off everything that we do overseas to Blacksmith, that whole part of the supply chain, everything from sourcing, from doing quality control checks and making sure that the product is up to par. It was quite a bit of stuff. It was just kind of like a perfect opportunity to meet up with another company who really did excel in that kind of thing. I mean, we're a company that stands behind our product, so we want to make sure that every process along the line is being looked after. And so for us, it was kind of a big deal to not be able to oversee those things. Well, the role that Blacksmith played was actually pretty big for us. Kind of the big thing for us was we were a little bit nervous that, bringing a new team on board, they wouldn't really capture the vision that we had for our product, or really the end experience that we wanted for our customers. We were able to really chat with them, sit down and come to kind of coming of the minds really with what we wanted for our product, our baby, and it really converted the relationship more from a partnership almost to like an extension of who we were as a company, and somebody else who we felt would ultimately go to bat for us and have our back.